A long-awaited inquiry has found Coles and Woolworths are among the most profitable supermarkets in the world. But there's no silver bullet to make things better for shoppers. The ACCC has found Australians are paying 24% more at the checkouts than they did 5 years ago, which is significantly more than wages have grown, with those on low incomes suffering the biggest hits to their budgets.
Over that time, the supermarket giants increased their earnings margins as they made some hefty profits, but the consumer watchdog stops short of accusing them of price gouging, doesn't consider their market dominance a duopoly, and makes no mention of breaking them up to increase competition. Let's go to our political reporter, Pablo Vinales, for more. He is at Parliament House. G'day, Pablo. What more does the ACCC report find?
James, good morning. Well, this 441-page report comes after a year-long investigation by the competition regulator. Some of the findings aren't necessarily surprising, concluding that Woolworths and Coles are some of the most profitable supermarkets in the world, that the profit margins have increased significantly since the pandemic, and that the supermarket giants haven't passed on those cost-saving benefits to customers. Now, I'll read part of it to you now. It says Coles and Woolworths have limited incentive to compete vigorously with each other on price, though, as you mentioned, it hasn't found any clear evidence of price gouging. Now, to give you a sense of the scale here, the ACCC estimates that Woolworths controls around 38% of the market, while Coles has around 29%, Aldi 9%, and Metcash, which owns supermarkets like IGA, has 7% in the market. Now, despite conceding that little can be done to break the market dominance that these giants have, the watchdog does make some recommendations, 20 recommendations, which have been agreed to in principle by Treasurer Jim Chalmers. These go around pricing information, making that more transparent and publishing that online, providing suppliers with detailed information around pricing and sales forecasts, and also modifying zoning and planning laws to allow smaller competitors to be able to expand in areas where these major supermarkets are. Though it does make no mention, or it doesn't make any mention of divestment. Of course, divestiture powers is something that the coalition has been pushing for, and also the Greens as well. We have heard this morning from Coles responding to this, saying that they are considering the recommendations. They are going through this in detail, but that Coles believes that the grocery sector is highly competitive, it is evolving rapidly, and it offers consumers greater choice than ever before. James, this of course all comes in the context of a looming federal election where cost of living will be front and centre for voters. Of course, the coalition pushing that policy of divestment, and the government now, we're expecting the Treasurer to speak later today, having to manage this issue of increased pricing in the supermarket sector.